got a big one for you today. These are my 12 best flirting lines to say to any girl to make her want you bad. That's right, guys. I'm giving you 12 high impact lines you can use in all sorts of different scenarios, whether it's a female friend that you just want to turn up that heat with, or a coworker of yours, or a woman you meet at the bar. These lines will flirtatiously tease her and get that instant chemistry and electricity crackling right between the two of you. And at the end of this video, I'll be dropping my most high-powered flirting line I have ever used. A line that works in every situation, in every scenario, with any girl. So be sure to stick around for that. And listen, if you've got your own flirtatious lines that you've used before that have worked for you, leave it down in the comments below because I want to hear it. By the way, my name is Jesse. I've been coaching for over 20 years now. I've been on YouTube for 15. And before I get into these lines, this needs to be drilled into your head, gentlemen. Why teasing a girl with these flirty lines that I'm about to give you is the ultimate power move. You see, when you say to a woman, "Oh my God, I cannot believe you just said that, girl. You are such a little dork." Now, that's not the line I'm going to be giving you here, but it's a good one for explaining something. You see, the teasing, flirtatious line, "You are such a little dork," what you're doing there is you are pushing the girl away a little bit. You are purposely creating some tension. You're purposely creating some friction. And that's exactly what most guys will never, ever do. Most guys will never tease the girl at all because most guys are playing it way too safe. They're just giving her a bunch of compliments and asking her a bunch of nice guy questions like, "So what do you do for work?" "Oh, you're a teacher. Do you like it?" And that just makes for a lifeless, forgettable conversation because there's no friction there. There's no tension there. And because there's no friction and no tension, it is not flirting. Because at the heart of flirting is tension. At the heart of flirting is friction. And without tension and without friction, you're simply not flirting with the girl. But when you introduce tension and friction into the conversation, like, "You are so in love with me, girl. You can just admit it. I can see the way you're looking at me. I can see the way you're smacking your lips together, you little dork." What are you doing here? You are challenging the girl and you are introducing friction. You're introducing tension, and it shows the girl that you are not intimidated by her. It shows her that she is not above you, that you're not kissing her ass. You are, in fact, a confident bad boy, and you'll say anything you want to her because you don't care. You don't filter yourself. You will proactively and purposely impose awkwardness onto that conversation. You will purposely apply social pressure onto the conversation and be completely relaxed about it, which shows that you are extremely, supremely, undeniably, and unshakably down to your deepest core, confident as all. And by creating that tension and creating that friction, you are essentially taking this heavy, two-handed sledgehammer and just smashing that platonic, harmless, weak-ass friend-to-friend frame, smashing it into 1,000 million little pieces and kicking it out the door forever. And now you're introducing a dominant man-to-woman dynamic instead. And paradoxically, and this is the fascinating thing, guys, if she's a hot girl, especially if she's a hot girl, introducing that friction and tension into the conversation through flirtatious lines actually makes the girl feel more comfortable with you. It makes her feel more comfortable with you, not less. Like, just for a second, imagine that you're a hot chick. Just take her perspective for a second, where dudes are constantly eye-banging you at the gym. Dudes are following you down the aisle at the grocery store. Your phone is blowing up minute by minute with beta orbiter simps giving you hard eyes. And now, some needy, nervous dude, he comes up to you in the grocery store telling you that you're beautiful, and he starts peppering you with a bunch of nice guy questions. Like, he starts saying, "Where are you from?" "Oh, okay. So do you like it there?" "Oh, you like it there. Okay. So how long have you lived there?" That nice guy conversation without the friction, without the tension, actually makes that hot girl feel uncomfortable because she knows from past experience that this needy guy, what he really wants to do is just get into her pants. And he is a fanboy, and he is low value, and he is treating this girl like a celebrity, putting a lot lot of pressure under her. But now, if that exact same dude were to go up to her, super relaxed, super chill, and he starts teasing her, he starts introducing purposely friction and tension, aka flirting, like he says, oh my God, frozen pizza. You got that frozen pizza in your shopping cart. I mean, what the girl? That's a really interesting weight loss diet you got going on there. Because now you are lightly and you are gently pushing her away. You are gently creating space that actually allows the hot girl to relax. It allows her to relax and get comfortable into the conversation. It gives her space now to get comfortable with you. So yes, while teasing the girl and purposely introducing that tension and friction creates excitement for the girl, men tend to forget it also creates comfort. You're introducing comfort, especially if she's hot, where the hot girl can feel like, oh, okay, this guy is cool. He's not treating me like some kind of big celebrity. I can just relax and be myself around him. Now, by the way, if this is something that you are struggling with, if you've got that terminal nice guy syndrome that keeps you knee-high stuck in the friend zone, look, I do offer a 12-week coaching program right here at youngerpartner.com, where we reprogram your mindset and we fix your inner game issues through something called visual neural programming, where I'm personally with you, showing you exactly what to say to a girl and when to say it, using some new formulas specific to your age and specific to the kind of women that you want to meet. So you can see that cute girl at the grocery store, start flirting with her, and begin to quickly unlock her sexuality in a way that no other man knows how to do. So that you can go from total stranger with that girl to her kissing you, to her ripping off your clothes in the bedroom in under just a couple of hours. Because look, gentlemen, the fact is that women are more lonely right now than ever before. Sure, women got more likes and DMs and simps blowing up their phones, but guess what? None of those guys matter to them. In fact, there's fewer and fewer cool, dominant, high-value men left out there, the kind of men she actually wants to meet. And that's precisely why you can be 10, 20, 30 years older than some of these girls and still take them out on fun dates. If you know exactly what you're doing, if you know how to make these girls chase after you, and if you can build real sexual tension with them. So it really comes down to two choices here, gentlemen. You can continue to waste time fumbling around in the dark through trial and error, which hasn't worked for you in the past, or you can fast track your dating success and get this fixed right now. All you got to do is go right here to youngerpartner.com, schedule a call directly with me. My name is Jesse, and we'll see if you're a good fit for the coaching program. Now, moving on, guys, before we get into the flirtatious lines here, just so that you can use them most effectively, we got to spend a couple seconds talking about your delivery. Because at the end of the day, this is all about your delivery. It's all about how you say the flirty lines. So number one, gentlemen, this is important. You got to remember this. Pull with the face. You want to say that flirty line to the girl with a bit of a smirk, with a bit of a cocky smile, and with a playful twinkle in your eye. Like, hey, you are such a little dork. So even though you are pushing away lightly with the words, simultaneously, you are pulling in with the face. You are pulling in with the smile. Push with the words, pull in with the face and the smile. Because if your face is simply too damn serious, you're like, you are such a dork, she could get the wrong idea coming off of you because of the bad subcoms. That girl might just want to smack you across the face and not in a good way here. So just think about how tension actually works on a rope. Tension is a pull from one side and a pull from the other side, a pull from the left and a pull from the right of the rope. It's kind of like a struggle between two opposite ends pulling on either end. So what happens is you got tension on that rope in the middle. So if your words are pushing her away lightly and your face is also pushing her away because you've got this serious scowl on your face, that's not tension anymore between the left and the right. It's just all negativity on one side, and it's not going to work. Second, in terms of delivery for these flirtatious lines, guys, you must slow it down. When you're saying something like, hey, you are such a little dork. You can't be talking fast, gentlemen. You got to slow it down with pauses. And this is a huge, huge problem a lot of you guys have. You're talking way too fast, which just makes you sound nervous. Hey, you, yeah, you are such a little dork. You notice the long silences there? The tension-filled pauses. You see, gentlemen, it's the silences. It's the slowing it down that are key for good delivery when it comes to delivering flirtatious lines. Just to make you sound more relaxed and to make it sound flirtatious to the girl's ear. Where you hold eye contact with the girl through the pause and you give her that eye contact melt. And listen, guys, if you need help with your delivery, again, go right here to youngerpartner.com. Let's see if coaching is a good fit for you. So now, with this first type of flirty line we're going to cover, essentially what you're going to do is you're going to misinterpret the girl's subcoms as IOIs for you. In other words, you're going to misinterpret her subcoms as indicators of interest for you. For example, you might playfully tease the girl for hitting on you with her eyes. Like you might say to her, hey, so why do you keep looking at me like that, girl? I'm not, well, what do you mean I'm looking at you like what? Just like that? It's like you keep undressing me with your eyes, girl. I mean, you ladies only think about one thing, don't you? Or like, what are you doing, girl? Are you trying to hypnotize me with your eyes? Is that your game now? Look, I know what you're up to, and it's not going to work on me. All right, come on. Maybe it's working a little bit. I mean, big brown eyes like yours are my kryptonite after all. I mean, sure, you're cute and all, but look, you gotta stop looking at me like that. You're kind of like a big fat kid eye banging a cheeseburger here. All I'm doing here is I'm taking her subcoms, in this case, her eye contact with me, the way she's looking at me, and I'm misinterpreting that eye contact as giving me indicators of interest. The whole concept is a little bit like that movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, where the protagonists go deep into the mind of their victim while they're dreaming and plant the seed of a new idea into that mind, like a CEO selling off their company when they didn't really want to, so that the victim thinks it was their idea, even though that idea was purposely planted in their dreams. And that's essentially what you're doing right here as well, making the girl think that she is the one hitting on you. And notice here, we go back to our old buddies, friction and tension. Everything I'm saying here, there is tension there because no nice guy is ever going to accuse the girl of eye banging him. No nice guy is going to accuse that girl of trying to hypnotize him with her eyes. It's an accusation. It's a challenge to her. So by its very nature, you are creating some friction there. And you don't have to just do it with her eyes. You can also do it with her lips, with the girl's cheeks, even with the nipples of her breasts, believe it or not. If you want all the variations, that's what the coaching is for. Now, another type of flirty line is to accuse the girl of liking a certain type of guy. For example, you can say to her, you know what, girl? I bet that you are into short guys, aren't you? Yeah, I just feel like that's your type. You like a guy to be shorter than yourself. And she's like, no. Yeah, see, I can see it. You're blushing. I knew it. It's so obvious, girl. I mean, you like a short guy because you can dominate them and you just want to be able to pick him up in your arms and carry him around with you. At work when no one's looking, you got that website open, shortkings.com, don't you? Or for example, you could tease her for liking men with like big beards. So you could say to her, for example, you know what I think? I think you're the type of girl that likes men with big, bushy beards. And I mean big and bushy, like down to their chest down here, like those guys that got a pet squirrel, pet chipmunk living in there with the long nose hairs coming out. I see it. Don't deny it, girl. I can see you like that. I mean, that's your rule, isn't it? No boyfriend of yours is ever getting his beard trimmed, ever. So do you see what I'm doing here, gentlemen? I'm creating that tension. I'm creating that friction. I'm purposely creating a certain degree of awkwardness where I'm pushing with my words, but I'm also pulling with my face. And that's why it's effective and flirtatious. So the next playful, flirty line you can use to tease that girl is to accuse her of spying on you, to accuse her of stalking you. Hey, so Megan, something really interesting happened to me the other day. Oh, what was it, Jesse? Well, yesterday when I was getting out of the shower and I was just toweling myself off like I normally do, I saw out the window this girl just running through the bushes. Yeah, she was like going from bush to bush to bush. And I couldn't quite figure it out at first, but she had these big binoculars in her hands. And I don't know, I kind of think she was maybe spying on me. Anyway, so I just gave her the helicopter dick, so she could check out the goods. But look, that wasn't you, was it? Are you that girl who's been spying on me with the binoculars? Because let me see. Yeah, you're kind of the same height as her too. I mean, I think that was you, wasn't it? Now notice here that the frame I'm creating is that she is chasing after me. I'm framing myself as the prize here, where she is stalking me. But beyond that, it is also a light push. You are purposely creating friction with her. You are purposely creating tension with her. And because of that friction and tension, it's fun and it's flirtatious. Now, another really easy and simple way to playfully tease that girl and generate new flirtatious lines with her on the fly in real time is to take something boring and mundane that the girl says to you and twist it, misinterpret what she says to being about the two of you together. Like, for example, if she tells you, I sure could use a drink, what you're going to do is you're going to take that and twist it and misinterpret it to being about the two of you together. Like, you could say to her right back, honey, come on, drinking in front of the kids again? I thought we talked about this before. I mean, what kind of example are you setting for our little Timmy here? And our little Susie, for that matter? At least let me put them to bed first before you get drunk again. See, all I did was take something rather boring and mundane that she said, like, I sure could use a drink, and I twisted that. I misinterpreted that to being about the two of us together. In this particular case, about her drinking in front of our imaginary kids. Or if the girl were to ask you something like, hey, what time is it? You're going to twist that, you're going to misinterpret that to being about the two of you together. Oh my God, Crystal, you are right. We are almost late for our naked yoga session together. Come on, quick, we got to get undressed. But look, I got to ask you, you're not going to get too horny when you see my junk, are you? Because I know how you girls are. Once you see it, it's like you can never go back. You are obsessed with it. So look what I did there. I took something quite mundane and boring, she said, where she asked, what time is it? And I twisted that. I misinterpreted that to being about the two of us together. In this case, almost being late for naked yoga class and undressing for it. And taking something mundane and innocent, she says, and making it about the two of you together creates a man to woman frame. It's also inherently a bit of a challenge. It also introduces friction and tension, and thus is flirtatious. Now, since you've enjoyed this video so much, you want to watch this one next. How to get your female friend that you're crushing on horny in 15 seconds flat by flipping this particular switch. Listen, you probably have that female friend that you have your eye on that you wouldn't mind doing the horizontal mambo with. Don't pretend you don't with me. And these are moves you can make on that female friend to just pull yourself out of that friend zone fast and position yourself as that fun guy that she wants to do the bedroom tango with. So don't miss this video and go watch it right now.